Episode 41 of Your First Jungle Clear. Going to be doing something a little bit different with the format here. I'm experimenting with some things. Still the same 5 early game reviews. I'm not bringing on guests this time. I'm literally just quickly doing the reviews. I'm going to just try it out because I can get these done really quickly if I don't have to interact with the actual person. And just want to get some quick key learnings. Bam, bam, bam. Here are the notes from today's session. First review here, talking about Caitlyn lanes. I love personally preference pathing towards them. They're very lane dominant and you don't want them to leash. Get out of the mindset of you don't always have to path to gank. Pathing to protect is something that works really well as well in your early pathing and thinking about your win conditions. And just overall identifying which champions your team are good into the enemy team comp overall. Maybe the matchup's not too good, but the champion itself is very good into the enemy team comp. The second review, these will all be in timestamps as well. We talk about strong early game junglers having that really flexible path in. I'll type in here as well, Red Raptors Gromp. That's a very flexible path and you can look to go to the other side of the map as well. And that's talking about checking the opposite side of the map, especially when the enemy jungler is pathing there in case their wave's in a bad state and you need to look for a counter gank. The third review here, talking about vertical invading. This is a very practical advice when you look to invade. Talking about just waiting 10 seconds, patience. Fourth review here, talking about losing tempo, showing on the map, and preparing yourself for invades, especially by strong early junglers. And the fifth review here is just looking at very vulnerable matchups. You know, champions like Cassino who are very weak pre-6 must understand their wave state and look to protect them. Look for counter ganks or help them get the wave in. There's lots of options there. Let's get into the reviews, guys. These are the learnings, but we'll be re-emphasizing these in the actual reviews themselves. All right, this is Dawson from Soul 2, Platinum 3, Kha'zix. This game, we're against a Zac support. We have Caitlyn Jana. So Caitlyn Jana lanes, I love pathing to Caitlyn lanes. Caitlyn's one of the strongest lane bullies. She's a champion in my mind. If you don't win lane, you lose game. Not entirely true, but you know, there's lots of disengage here for the enemy team from Jana. I think it's a great win condition. So I'll just path bot here. Based on where Viego starts, I think you could maybe do a really slow game here. Red Krugs, Raptors, was Kha'zix, 6 camps really slow. Or Red Raptors, just Wolves, Blue, Gromp. Or let's just see here. So I think it's going to depend on where he starts, but I'll definitely be pathing bot this game. Am I afraid of a late invade here? I probably would be as well, potentially. You know, Kha'zix is generally pretty weak. Wukong, so I'll literally run out of base here, place the ward here, recall for sweeper. I call this the Nathan Mott ward. Come down here, do Red Raptors, and then Gromp, and then assess, and then just do Blue Wolves. And I mean, I would really love if Viego starts red, I would love to do Krugs. Ideally fit that in, but I feel like that will miss opportunities. But I don't like walking in at all here. I never do this. I know that I see people all the time that people come in to review. They come and they want to get a ward because they say they want to know where the enemy jungler starts. It's just not worth the risk walking in here by yourself. It's so coin flip. You know, as we can see, we probably have to burn flash here. It's just not worth it. You can tell where they start from from the leash. It's I think it's really lazy gameplay. And personally, I don't do it. I never ever ward unless I'm walking in with my team and we're in like a trade sides of the map situation. I want to, you know, ward, you know, to see if they're going to walk in here or even save it as well to know if the enemy jungler, let's say if you start their red, they walk through here, and then you know where they're going to go after the invade, you know, which side of the map they're going to. Anyway, that's not even got relevant to this game. So, okay, I like the red start. And as we can tell, enemy Wukong starts top, so Viego most likely started top. So right now, I would already be thinking, I want to do Red Krugs Raptors. Hate this. Hate this, hate this, hate this. Absolutely overcomplicating the game, Dawson. Just play for bot. Jana Caitlyn is such a good win condition here. Trading sides of the map with the Wukong here makes no sense. I mean, it's cool, you know. So the other thing as well is that this doesn't do as much as you think it does to the enemy jungler. Especially on a champion like Kha'zix, where you sort of just want to get 6. Like the way that the jungling experience works is if I'm Viego and I clear all my camps off the map level 1, right? And you're obviously going to clear his Gromp for him. no matter what you do, he's always going to be able to catch up on the second spawn of camps, because these camps are going to be on spawn straight away, but all your camps are still going to be level 1. It actually slows down your game significantly, and it's actually not even that worth it. Everyone thinks that you're like shutting down the enemy jungler, but you're actually not that much. Okay, we do wolves here. Oh, I mean, you should be expecting Viego to be here. I mean, he's going to do Red Krugs Raptors, and if he doesn't know you invaded, he's going to be fighting you on this. So this is a bit, I'm not exactly a fan of this. I'll probably just take those camps and then just clear, and then I'll just clear back down here, defend your blue and stuff. You see, bots just, you've got to be bot, got to be bot. We're showing mid. There's no dive threat here at all. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's really risky as well. How do we know where Viego is? I guess now we can assume that Viego is on his blue Gromp. So maybe Viego did know that you started his blue buff. I guess that's the way Garen walked to lane. Oh, how did they know this? Oh, it's just watered. Never mind. Oh, well, I guess he just trades that from you as well. And then your bot dies, and yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to end the review here. Bot needs to be the 100% win condition this early game. I'm not too strict on early games unless it's like champs and matchups like this, or just how good Janna Caitlyn is into the enemy team composition. It's always important to think about how well certain members do into their enemy team composition overall. So let's write principle. Caitlyn lanes are important to path to and very lane dominant. And I guess the other principle we do is identify which champions on your team are good into enemy team comp overall. Alright, next one here is David M on North America, Diamond 3 game. Alright, so Nunu, win condition super important on Nunu. Oh shit, there's a Kayle and Aurelia top here. I think you've sort of just got a path top. There is a Pike here and Tristana here as well. And you're against Volibear. This is a bit of a tricky one. I think killing Diane is pretty easy as well. I think you could do a lot. My mindset here would be, as Nunu, I just want to get that first crab, and then I just want to speed boost the crab and just go for ganks. I mean, to wherever I end up on the map. I think either or is fine, but I mean, Red Raptor's Gromp is just such an amazing path for Nunu. So like, I think you just got to do that, assess, and if you want, just loop back bot, get the crab, and like gank bot if nothing's going to happen top. And it's also going to depend on where Volibear start in. So I think this is a very adaptable game. I will just relax, just do red start, red blue Gromp. Let's look at David's ward here. This ward just accomplishes nothing. I hate this ward so much. If you're going to ward in the early game, ward this. Like, if you think about it, you know, I mean, I guess you could be afraid that they're going to go and invade your blue, but invade blue starts just rarely happen. And why would Volibear as well invade topside with a Kayle top? Like, they're going to have to go in 2v2, right? It doesn't make much sense. Like, this just doesn't give any information, this ward. I just have found zero use in this ward from my experience. If you're afraid of an early invade, it should be red side here for sure. I would be warding, again, same as the first review we did with the Kha'zix. I would run straight out of base, ward here, switch to sweeper, and then come to my red buff. Because I mean, if I'm Volibear, late invading Nunu is good on his red buff. Really good here because he's fucked. Because Nunu is useless level 1. Let me fix up my webcam. So from Volibear specifically this game, I would end the review literally by not invading Nunu here. This is just so free. It's unbelievable. You've got an Akali mid, just useless. You know, Ezreal, yeah, Q-poke, sure. But, you know, we got Renata, Tristana, yeah. Alright, so let's look at where enemy Volibear started. Looks like that's a red start from Volibear. We're doing the Red Raptor's Gromp path. I think this is fine as well. So, because Volibear's path in bot, I mean, you could assess top, but I'm very, very going to be conscious and looking at my bot and F-key into my bot a lot in the early game here. Because what you might need to do is Gromp, blue, come down here and counter gank bot. Yeah. Because I think that top's just not going to be... I mean, it can be diveable if Kayle gets chunked, but you got to assess this. I hate this path. It just locks you into top here as well. This is very unflexible path as Nunu. You must do Red Raptor's Gromp, get level 3. The moment you do Wolves here, you're locking yourself in top and you don't have the option to go bot. Really unflexible. Nunu, you must be very flexible of early games as Nunu. I have found. I played a lot of Nunu back in the day. So let's just actually look at the way this early game plays out. So we know Volibear's pathing bot, so we can just do whatever we want. He does wolves and then gromp. Yep, this is fine. It obviously gives nicer spawn times if you do raptors, wolves, gromp. If you do blue and then gromp, your gromp will sort of be a little bit disjointed from the spawn times. It won't be like a nice little row. Well played, Pike. That's awesome stuff, dude. So I'll be paying attention to bot here, especially if this guy burns flash. Bot is a clear win condition here. Good pings. I love David's pings bot that Volibear is going to be ganking bot. But unfortunately, I don't think your bot lane can do much about this. No, they're fine. There's no way you can gank this as Volibear. This is ungankable. Alright, so you actually, this is pretty recovered in the early game. Like, you don't, and being non-flexible here, I guess it ends up working out fine. Is there dive threat top? Yeah, probably not. Reset. Good. Go bot. Volibear ganks bot as predicted. Oh shit, we didn't recall. Ah, I hate this. I hate this not recall. We've got to help bot here. I know that you're looking mid here. I mean, what do you see mid? There's no... This guy's too far away. There's no kill threat here, David. Insta reset. I'll go straight through here. Look for lane ganks here. Because these guys, look at the way bot lane's wave plays out now. They're sort of stuck. They're really stuck. Even though Volibear's here, they're stuck. I need my bot lane, which is my win condition, to get a free reset off. Really important. They're stuck. Look at how stuck they are here. Imagine you'd be here right now. You'd be here for the counter gank. And you're just wasting time top. Like, if I'm the enemy Volibear, I'm actually laughing my ass off at what you're doing here. And then you burn your flash defensively, and then you die here. Alright, it's end of review. We need to do principles for that one. Another principle here is, with Nunu, be flexible. I wouldn't say with Nunu, I'd say with strong early game junglers. Be flexible with path in. And, you know, check opposite side of the map, especially when enemy jungler path in there. It's very hard to check the opposite side of the map. We're very much in the habit of only looking at the two lanes that we're pathing towards. So if we're pathing top, you know, he would only be looking mid and top, but it's very important to activate the option to do bot as well. There's also a video resource on my YouTube channel talking about the bait and switch. This video here, it shows you a perfect example as well, David, of loop him back. And I think I do it as Nunu as well, honestly. Next one here is Adriano. This is Platinum 3 on North America. Alright, so as Volibear, the first thing I always think about Volibear is, do I have a late invade option? I love late invade. I've been doing a lot recently in my games. It's been amazing. So if I think here, we probably... Yeah, don't think I see any clear late invade options here. Do you have Rhythm of Ignite? Could be top. I mean, Hecarim's pretty weak early. Against Volibear specifically. Could be blue. If I think about overall win condition this game, I would be thinking about... So I'll be thinking more about adapting to Pike roams. Big time. So I'm really going to be checking mid priority. The entire identity of this champion is to fall behind in CS and just kill people in side lanes. Senna Tarm. God, Senna Tarm in a platinum game. Is this a competitive or what? I think you path top. I think top's vulnerable here. Nothing's going to happen bot. So I would say blue, gromp, wolves, assess, do red. If there's nothing happening top, then you can just do a full clear this game. So with path in bot here, yeah, I think path into the river with Ignite's way more important, Adriano here. Again, you got to path top. This isn't even path to protect. This is path because there's going to be chaos. I just don't see anything happening with Senna Tarm. It's a very safe lane. Oh, you're going for the invade here. That's what you're doing. Oh, you want to do 3 camp and then invade top side. Ooh, I like that. That's good. Yep. Big fan of this. Big fan of this. 3 camp and then vertical into that. We know that Hecarim started bot side. Alright, that's good. That's my bad. I should look a little bit further instead of just being like, you should path here. Why are you not pathing there? That's a disaster. Alright, so... We do kill him, but general rule of thumb here, Adriano, is it's better to catch them on their blue and gromp than it is on their wolves. Wolves is a very much safer place, especially if people have flash. They can just flash over the wall. You want to get people when they're most vulnerable. You want to get him when he's on his blue and gromp. you should be waiting, and then usually I wait until like 2:55 to do that. So I know that it feels a little bit uncomfortable to just stand here for like 10 seconds, but trust me, it works. Let's look at a video here. I'll show you an exact example of this. Timing invades. Here we go. God, I literally have I've seen every early game, guys. It's insane how many resources I have. Like, it's just like, I've seen the situation, this is what I do. Alright, here's a perfect example. So I do the exact same thing as you. I'm against a Gwen here. So I do red Krug's Raptors. And this isn't against bad players at all. This is against Parbu, who's like a professional player, who's like 1000 LP at this time. This still works against high elo players, okay? So this is my game here, coming up here. So watch my patience here. See around, watch what I wait. I just sit back. See, exact same situation, 2:45, you see this? Bam, 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 patience, patience, patience. I wonder what time I go in. Look at my hand movements, I'm so passionate about this. 2:45, here we go. Patience, patience, patience. I even wait a little bit more, I squeeze it a little bit more. Catch him here. Bam, I get the blue buff. She's forced to smite. And then he flashes, and then I back off because enemy bot lane's rotating. See that perfect example? Bam, patience on invades. Alright, so that's really probably all I want to go for over this one. I know you get the kill, but you know, that's obviously a bit of luck. The TF literally came there, and you still were able to take these camps. And then Jax is able to come anytime. So it's so funny. Hector's probably spamming this guy to come. Jax, man, you can't kill a Volibear, dude. I love Volibear in these early skirmishes. He's just a beast. Look at this E. Oh! Huge. You win this game in 24 minutes. You do a little dance there. Super disrespectful. Absolute waste of time. I'm angry. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. But yeah, you should be hitting that crowd way earlier. You don't have smarts. You probably can't contest the Gromp. Reset. And then, yep, cool. So what I'm thinking now as well is, I mean, you could maybe look for something bot, but I'll probably just clear my camps. Like, again, I'm not too fussed ganking bot. I'm actually going to be interested to see if you gank bot here, because I think this is actually a waste of time. And even go for crab. It's actually a waste of time to go for crab as well. You've got a huge experience at gold lead. Just accelerate it by clearing your camps. Yes, you do your camps, Adriano. Fantastic. I literally would not. This is such a bait gank if you gank bot here. I think it's not worth it all. It's fine. Get really fed. Start sacking dragons. That's all I care about this game. Fantastic. I don't know if that was a conscious decision or not. I feel like that because bot was pushed up, that was a good call. That was your call, Adriano. But fantastic. Love it. And then you're going to go bot through here because bot's slow push in. You're going to counter gank bot. We see Hecker mid, so I guess we don't need to counter gank. You walk over this so they see you. You're covering mid lane. Sure. Great. So two fantastic decisions there in terms of... Yeah, actually, no. The first decision is not fantastic. That was a bit of luck. But the second decision not to gank bot is... I can't emphasize how much ganking bot there is a game-winning decision. It's so weird. People think it's like, oh, that might be a missed gank opportunity. It's not. Like, accelerate your lead through experience and gold. Like, look at this. He's literally level 5 at 5 minutes 30 seconds. If you're... And you still have 2 camps up here. If you are like at the clock, like let's say level 5 at 5 minutes and level 6 at 6 minutes, that's insanely quick. Like insanely quick. If you get level 6 at 6 minutes 20 seconds, like 6 minutes, that's like you've just had a god tier early game. You've probably killed them, you've probably taken some minions, you've probably counter jungled. The thing you could, I'm thinking here, is maybe look to invade his second Raptors as well. That's something to think about, his second spawner camps, because you're so strong with these items. But obviously now you can't. It's just, yeah, you're not going to be able to do it now. Alright, that's it for this review. Principle is to catch, when vertical invading, catch them on enemy Gromp plus blue, not wolves. Same thing applies for Krugs. If you try and invade them, you try and like invade their red and you invade on Krugs. Invading Krugs just doesn't work because they're very close to the tower. Enemy top lane can... enemy top laner can rotate or bot lane can rotate really quickly. It just doesn't work from my experience. I've lost so many goddamn games for that. Alright, so what is this? Is this Diamond 3? Alright, what would I do here as Kindred? Kindred's a very flexible early path in champion. Whenever I watch a Kindred play, I'm more like learning for myself because I don't really play Kindred. But from my experience with reviewing Kindred players, ooh, he does the ward. This is the ward that I talk about, guys. In the first two reviews, this is such a more high impactful ward than warding this, or like trying to run in from this side and ward this. It's just such a better ward here. So much information. And it's good to do this as well, is because I'll be scared of Blitzcrank invades, obviously, here. Okay? Alright, and there's the invade. Look at how powerful this ward is, guys. This ward is OP. Okay? I have so many examples. Again, so many resources here, guys, in the Soul 2. It's unbelievable. I have a whole video about this. It's called the Mott Ward, and there's just so many examples. It's just unbelievable. This is an example in like an LCK game of it working. Look at this, super OP. They had no idea. I have examples in my games of this working. Again, I ward this, and then we're able to catch this guy out. And then, you know, burn his flash. Again, another invade. Guys, this ward is just on point, dude. I do like to ward here, but warding here, I guess, is fine as well. The only difference between warding this is if, let's say, if no one's defending this, I like to know if, like, sometimes they come here and recall in this bush, and, like, this ward won't obviously catch it, yeah? Love this ward, guys. Gets me so excited. Oh, you cheeky bugger, Blitzcrank. Don't let him hook this, please. Dude, if I'm the support, if I'm Karma, you run here and you just block it, you know? Oi! Blitzcrank, you are a maniac, dude. You are a maniac. Oh, Jesus, okay. Again, that ward gave us that information to do that. Alright, so we're doing Red Raptors. Do we know where the enemy jungler start? I mean, there's lots of chaos, but we still need to check where the enemy jungler starts. This is really important. Yeah, and I think in terms of like Kindred pathing, I think red start, no matter what side of the map, no matter what win condition, I think it's just really good to just start red. I think it gives you the most options in the early game. So we do red Raptors, so we're just going to adapt here. So it looks like Rek'Sai started, I mean, we obviously know that Rek'Sai started top, that's a top leash, right? Because Blitzcrank was there. So we're pathing opposite to Rek'Sai. I think that's fine. Blitzcrank has no flash. I'll be looking at bot a lot. I want to probably get bot ASAP because, yeah, bot is going to unfortunately die to a Blitzcrank. Especially with Twitch no flash. Oh, fuck. If I'm Rek'Sai, this is actually really good for me. I think what Calvin needs to do is do blue and beeline it straight here if the wave was in a bad state. But the wave's fine. This is fine. Well played, Rek'Sai. Holy shit, dude. I like this a lot by him. He's looking for him because he knows that he's lost a lot of tempo here. Maybe Calvin needs to be more cautious here in this situation. But this is well played to Rek'Sai. Probably could be expecting this somewhat. Because again, you waste time here. I think this is really well played from Rek'Sai. We burn his flash. We're obviously going to lose our top camps. Just concede it. I don't think we need to fight. Sakali's not that useful. He's dead here, I think, the Ari. Does she have flash? She's fine. Okay, she's fine. Yeah, we got to concede this, Calvin. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. Okay. And then we get killed here. I mean, Calvin, Rek'Sai Tremor Sense has got it's too good in these situations. You're not going to get away with this. Just jump over this wall. Like, this is such a bait. Yeah, and you have no flash. You can't walk in here, Calvin. You can't. You got to accept reality here. Like, that's so big. Imagine if you just Akali got that kill and just back out, you know? Alright, so I'm think that that's all I really want to do. You're going to go back top side here. Why not just go straight to his bot camps? You should definitely... Oh, jeez. Alright, Calvin's a bit of a mess. I guess it's looking at the state of... Just looking at the decision making here. Bot's resetting. Looks like bot's going to be slow pushing back, but not on this wave. Probably the next wave. Yeah, I think we just need to go straight bot here. The Blitzcrank could maybe push you off these camps as well. It's a pretty shitty situation, honestly. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. I mean, now you think of it as like, Jesus, is it even worth to get that kill on Blitzcrank? You know what I mean? But that's well played to Rek'Sai. That's well played to him, for sure. It's 100% the best decision to do there. And I think Calvin probably needs to do that Gromp closer to the top lane. So then he's like, he should be predicting invades. Yeah, I guess the other principle as well is I wouldn't even say this. I think it's more so once you lose tempo early game or show a map, prepare yourself for invades, especially by strong early junglers. The moment you show on the map as a jungler, you give so much information to the enemy team. I view it as like a chess turn. So like Calvin did his chess turn to kill Blitzcrank, and then now the chess turn is on Rek'Sai's side. So now he's going to make the chess move. Really important principle to follow. All right, so Mr. Matty, let's take a look here. So is he going to do anything with his ward? Is he going to hold his ward? I think holding your ward is something I'd love to do, especially against strong early junglers. Sweeper's just not that useful, so I like this. No need to ward. He does ward there, so that's for the late invade here, and he's starting blue. Okay. Path into Rengar top. Pretty safe. Bot's pretty weak. It's a Caitlyn Nautilus lane. Let's do it. I think this pathing's good. Even though I did say in the last review, like, Kindred starting red's fine, like, I think this is good. Just do path top, yeah. I mean, you could always do red, Krugs, Raptors, and then look for something, whatever, but I think this is the safe option. But yeah, I'm a fan of this. I mean, this is going to be absolute chaos. Look at this, guys. Rengar with Ignite, like, holy moly, dude. Look at this. Love it. Do we know where Xin Zhao started this game? Really important, because I need to know how many camps I'm going to be skipping or if I need to help top. So yeah, we obviously know that Rengar started red. So, sorry, Xin Zhao started red. So what literally options here is blue, Gromp, Wolves. If top the wave state's bad, you skip your red, everything to come here, because Xin Zhao's 100% going to 3 camp and get there. Or, you know, if top's fine, then you can just chill out and do your red buff and then like your Raptors or something like that. Do like a 5 camp into Crab. Because Kindred really sucks at 6 camps. So let's identify top. Let's see if we need to skip our red to help top here. Nope. It looks pretty good. Fantastic. Great. Perfect. Just want our Raptors is exactly what I would do as well. Alright, now top wave. What's going on there? It's a really important bit of information as well. I don't know if Matt got it. Was that Jax didn't burn flush in that early skirmish. So that's a very important summoner spell to be keeping in mind. Kassadin's just chilling mid. So Kassadin needs a lot of help here, guys. Kassadin, I need to help here. I wonder if he helps, he hovers this instead of going for the crab. Very important. This next wave coming as well. He just does the crab. You see this? Come on, Matty. You've got to be on board here, yeah? I wouldn't even go for this top crab. Wait, you've got the bot mark. Bot's moving here. I don't know if you're really emphasizing how important it is to help Kassadin here. This is the thing. I don't really care what you do, but like you need to help this. Because there is a situation where Xin Zhao could prevent you from pushing this in, but you've got to identify that this guy is very vulnerable right now. This is the most important thing in the game. I can tell you're just not... You're not looking at all, Matt. This is really problematic. I feel so bad for this Kassadin, guys. Poor guy. Hover, hover, hover. You need to hover in this bush right now. Hover. No, what are you doing, Matty? I mean, this guy does have a ward. But the thing about this is you could bait this and just win 2v2 as well, you know? Why did Xin Zhao not gank that? What is he doing? What is he doing? I'm really curious. So if I'm in Xin Zhao's position here, he does the wolves, and then he sees a scrying player hit. Why are you not running into the... I mean, I guess you can't walk into the top river now. I guess that makes sense. Don't just walk mid and show mid. Like, okay, you know what you do here? If you're Xin Zhao, this is what you do. You sit in this bush, you just wait for Kindred to get the crab and run away, and then you come here and then you gank mid. That's what Xin Zhao does in this position, guys. I've done this many a times. Even though you don't have... yeah, I mean, you talk about the crab, but like, if put yourself in the Kindred shoes, is he ever going to go to this bot crab? I mean, look at bot; they're just getting slaughtered, you know. So this is the way that Xin Zhao does this. Yeah, And if you see him like, you know, rotate to here and go to the crab again, you just kill Kassadin. And I think killing Kassadin is more worth than denying the mark. I mean, even then, Nautilus can come and help and push him off the mark anyway. You can, you know what I mean? So he just shows here, and this gives so much information. Like, if I'm in Kindred's perspective, because Kassadin knows to ward this because of where Xin Zhao walks. Okay? That's the thing. That's why he's able to play safe and hover. Like, this guy's so fucked. This guy's so fucked if Xin Zhao just plays this correctly. But again, the key thing here is, again, we can get into the nitty-gritty, but I'm concerned and I'm convinced that Matt didn't identify how vulnerable Kassadin is his wave state. So important. So important. I think that's all I want to go for this review. Principle here is must check mid-wave state, especially with scaling with Kassadin, you know, or scaling, or mid lane, just melee mid lanes in general. I mean, to be honest, any mid laner in that position is vulnerable, even Xerath, you know? Alright guys, that's the end of your first jungle clear today. Good work guys, keep on improving. We'll see you guys in our next stream.